Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kal Kadash, Shenya Kabag, Gawala Rakab, meaning double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS, and shalom wa barakum abakarim shayashala. Peace and blessings be upon the elected nation of Israel. To the man out there that's pushing his word in sincerity and truth, to you I say shalom wa barakum thumb. This video is going to be extremely short. I did want to just bring out, a quick find that I found, just through a little bit of research. And I just wanted to read this precept, these two precepts right here that you see in front of you. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27 and 28. And, mind you, I was listening, how I came about this was I was listening to the audio Bible because, sometimes I find it a little bit harder for me to read, which is a habit that we all need to break. I know sometimes we can't focus, but we gotta hone in and focus on what matters to us most, which is making it to the kingdom of heaven. And the scriptures say, blessed is he that readeth, and also the scriptures say faith coming from hearing, so that's why sometimes I try to hear the audio Bible whenever I'm not able to read. But I was listening to the audio Bible and I listened to this chapter 7 times, and these two precepts just kept ringing at me. And mind you, I've read Proverbs the 17th chapter a whole bunch of times, but it's always beautiful to revisit, chapters so that you get a further understanding of it once the Lord allows you to have a different layer of understanding through the process of you going through temptation, trial, etc. Okay? The scriptures state, it says, there's Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27. It says,
watch out,
he that hath
on
knowledge
ahead.
spareth his words. Now, this is very, very, very important, okay? And we're going to do a little bit of research behind a couple of the words in this passage, all right? Spareth. Salat. Let's go back. All right? Let's see what that word spareth means. Interlinear concordance. We're going to go right here, all right? Spareth means to withhold, with restrain, hold back, keep in check. Keep in check. All right. So let's go back to, now that we have further context as to what this says. It says, he that hath knowledge spareth his words. All right. And that's why, when you first come in this truth, a lot of things are what's the word? A certain level of wisdom isn't allocated toward you yet, and a certain level of knowledge isn't allocated toward you yet. And that knowledge that you need to obtain in order to have this pertain to you is discernment. Okay, and a man who knows discernment knows when to speak and knows when not to speak. Now, even me myself, I remember, I can never forget this. Speaking of a personal testimony, and this is it's beautiful, and I'm so grateful for the men that I've had around me that still push this word, that are still faithful, that are still going hard in this truth, since the day that I met them, and one person I give honorary mention to is the Ra'ash Kasap Magan. I remember there was a time where brothers, we were fellowshipping, and I was we were at the brother, the Ra'ash Menashe's house, and I remember I said something out of season to kind of like paraphrase it, and I remember walking back to the car with the Ra'ash Kasap, and he told me, he was like, brother, you have a great spirit. He said, I can see you have, zeal toward the Lord, but you got to know when not to speak. And at that specific moment in my life, I didn't really understand it, And that's why it's imperative for us as men, if we see something in the same caliber, we also have to correct it, all right? Because you don't understand how much that correction could actually help a brother. And in terms, the scriptures say, roughly paraphrasing, Salakia, if you rebuke a righteous man, he will love you, roughly paraphrasing. But, if you rebuke a sinner, they'll hate you the more, as I stated, roughly paraphrasing. Nonetheless, it goes to also say, it says, and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Yo, I love this right here, bro. I love this right here. This truth is it's unbeatable, man. The atmosphere of knowledge is it's immense and it's a blessing, man. Now, when you go to that word, excellent, it's quar. All right, quar. It's a qua and a ra. Quar. All right. And what does that say? It says cool, calm, self-possessed of spirit. Yo, that's what tells you right there. Understanding is what gives you your personality. All right? If you're having struggles as to identifying who you are, which at this point in time in the truth, once you're a year in the truth, you should start to begin to know what the fuck you're actually good at. And excuse my vulgarity, but you should start to know and identify what you're good at and what you excel at. And that's the path that you want to kind of go down. All right? Because the thing is, we're not going to be excellent at everything. Whatever brother's good at Hebrew is probably not good at, current events. Or it's, for lack of a better term, probably, super duper hardcore breakdowns. Whatever brother's good at super duper hardcore breakdowns, probably not that amazing at Hebrew. But that's why you have to know what's your gift. All right? And what? It said that understanding makes a man of an excellent spirit. All right? So how you get your coolness or your renown or your self-possessed of spirit, which that's what really makes a man, that's what gives a man renown, is how controlled he is. How, what's the word I'm looking for, man? How for lack of better terms, it literates it the best, but self-possessed he is. But I can't, there's a proper term. There's like a specific term I'm looking for that I can't think of. But nonetheless, when you go to the Abaryath right here, as you can see, this is the precept right here, Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27. And it says, Wa quar, talking about an excellent, Raha, spirit, okay? And that's what was being referred to, or that's how you would transliterate that in the Abaryath for excellent spirit, okay? So, yeah, Jake, the way that you're cool is by gathering understanding. And to be honest with you, that is how you acquaint yourselves with men of the Lord, is when you have a firmer understanding and more of a grasp of what this truth is about. And I apologize for being so expressive, but I'm just, truthfully excited to have this understanding, truthfully, because it's the answers, having answers as to why things process the way that it processes is truthfully a blessing, okay? It says, even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise, right? So that refers right back to the to verse 27. It says, he that hath knowledge spareth his words. So it tells you that even a fool, if he holds his tongue, he's still counted wise. Okay? Because that's still a level of discernment. And I'll be honest with you, Akim. One thing this world will never teach you is discernment. You know why? Because this world is filled with nothing but pride. And everybody thinks they have a fucking time to speak. Everybody thinks their opinion matters at every time. But that's not what this truth is about. Scriptures tell you less of you, more of him. All right? So we are insignificant. The only thing that makes us significant is this truth, is this word. All right? All right. And it goes to say, and it says, he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. So you can be a fool. You can be the most foolish person in the world. You can be mentally challenged, autistic. But if you know when to shut your fucking mouth, the Lord deems you a man of understanding. And that's some sort of renown. And what? And look how these two pair together. It says, a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit. Okay? And if you shut your lips, if you shut your mouth, right? The scriptures say that it says, what's it called? And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed as a man of understanding. All right? So that's a little bit of information I just wanted to bring out. I didn't want to make this super duper long. I pray that you were edified through this epistle. And of course, until next time, I say shalom. Of course, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. Giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shai Shai. Double honor to the elders and apostles of GMS in these times. And of course, shalom, wa barakam, wa barakam, peace and blessings be upon the elected nation Israel. Shalom, Akim.